I'm pretty sure I started last episode talking about one fear, but we're still just one fear. More fears. Several. At least 3 in this thumbnail alone.
Everything is, come next week, which is tomorrow, Sunday, everything's ending.
Sunday.
The Magnus Archives is ending, for good. This volume of RWBY's ending. Attack on Titan's ending. Oh my gosh.
It's just like...
Everything.
Also, keep your Titan comments out of the spoiler, out of Jesus fuck.
No spoilers.
Don't even mention Attack on Titan in the spoilers. We are behind on this season. We are catching up, and those are going to be on Silver Screams. We're talking about that episode by episode, but no Titan comments down here, please. I don't know what point we'll be at when this video is released, so, please be chill. If you spoil me for Titan, I'm gonna fucking ban you.
You can talk about your feelings for the Magnus Archives, but don't spoil it for people there either. She doesn't watch. But I can commiserate with you and your feelings, because I have feelings too.
Yeah, just be chill and don't talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
And say it again because, we have new people at this channel all the time. Hi, we love you.
Hello,
Welcome.
I'm Megan.
I'm Katie. Hey. Boy, we don't even bother with the introductions on this anymore. We just fucking go. Who are these weirdos?
I have to work so hard to remind myself for Silver Screen stuff. Remember, introduce yourself.
And you forget to introduce yourself on the podcast, which is funny as hell all the time.
Well, for me, the podcast where we talk about RWBY, I'm like, I'm here, but that's not important. What's important is everybody else who's here.
Let me introduce my co-host and then I'm like, and who are you?
Nobody. I'm the nameless voice that's here to facilitate conversation.
Yeah, you're not the lead host or anything. Anyway, for those of you new to this channel, hi. No spoilers for future episodes. I know when you're first seeing this episode, there probably won't be another one up unless you're a sponsor. But there are people who discover this channel or start watching RWBY from the beginning and then come back to these and watch the reactions episode by episode. And we are doing our best not to spoil them, so be kind to everyone. Do not post spoilers for future episodes in the comments. Cool? Cool.
And I'm just so happy we didn't get spoiled for this today.
Yeah,
so.
It's like the risk is there right up until we hit record on the camera.
It's like, I'm free!
It's like,
before we started, I have my phone flipped over, it's on vibrate, and I'm like, you're in timeout until we're in the clear.
No touchy.
But
yeah.
Live read?
Boy, you are always really just...
Every second that goes... Even though phone is in timeout, flipped over, I'm still
You're expecting it to stand up and start screaming spoilers.
Come on.
It turns out they dropped the entire cast! It's actually a time skip! Ah! I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh my goodness.
So many theories, and let's be real, Do Not Fall is just one of those
So you want to do theories first, and then live read, then episode.
I think they're gonna drop Watts, because I think you brought up Rule of Threes last time?
Yeah, we had a Twitter comment regarding the podcast that we do from Malachroma, who was like, who's going to dangle Watts over the edge next time, because Rule of Threes. And my guess was Neo, and then
mine was Maria.
And then we got the next episode where we got Do Not Fall, and so I was like, wait a minute, we were just talking about who's going to dangle Watts. Is he going to be the one to fall? I as much as I would enjoy that, I think it's going to be Cinder. It might be
Cinder
all of
Fall, yeah. It might be all of Team RWBY because the opening!
Like, literally.
It could be all of the above.
Oh my god, what if everybody they're in the middle of the evacuation
and someone else takes the staff and tries to make something.
Yeah.
And that, oh god.
And then everyone falls.
Really bad. Wow! All right.
I have been falling for 30 minutes! Oh boy.
You're allowed to dislike Thor Ragnarok, but I'm allowed to judge your decisions if you do.
Who doesn't like Thor Ragnarok?
I've run into some people.
Huh. They must hate fun. I know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, you just don't always understand other people's opinions. That's life.
I get it if, your sense of, if you prefer like Thor as a more serious character, as
I think
opposed
those
to a more
are
comedic.
more the people who are like, oh no, we've seen this and this, and we prefer the more like serious, dramatic, etc.
We prefer
like
the Shakespearean approach.
Okay, but Thor's entire MCU arc is about getting repeatedly kicked in the face. Like, that's what he's there for. Anyway.
Well,
he's there to be kicked in the face and then try to recover.
Speaking of Thor, though, Mark made a really good prediction on our podcast, was that Nora was going to be the one to fall because she needs to go on her own quest to find herself. And so that's entirely possible. I'm
just going to continue to say I hate all of this, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
All the fears.
Every fear. We're at 16 now?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyway.
However many in the Magnus Archives, and then RWBY, and then a few other things on top of that, because...
Yeah, Titan just brings a whole slew of fears.
Oh, Titan's doing things, guys. Anyway, we said no, don't even talk about Titan down there.
We are
don't
not very far into the season, so please
don't even do it. Just chill. Yeah. All right. Before we get all this madness going, or going any further than it already has, let's be real. This episode, this channel, all of this fun stuff is sponsored by Fred He Bakes. He does cookies. We're all gonna need cookies after the season ends. We all probably need cookies right now. And I can't help you with the cookies right now, but you can probably get your cookies in time for season ending if you're watching this as a sponsor, I guess.
Did you just watch the season? Did you just watch the season finale of RWBY? Do you want to eat your feelings? Do we have a website for you?
FredHeBakes.com. He does cookies, and the cookies are amazing.
We're sorry, Fred.
No, we're not.
I'm sorry, Fred.
No, he knew exactly what he was getting into. Brown sugar buddies. They're spice cookies, they're molasses cookies, they're chewy, and they are unbelievably good. Maple brown sugar buddies. All of that, but also maple. And big chip buddies. They're chocolate chip cookies. They're huge, they're fluffy, they're full of chocolate, and they're fucking ginormous. Super good. Totally recommend. And if you're like me and you want to try all of the things, he does sampler boxes, so you can try all of the things, and then you can order more of your favorites, which if you're like me is everything. So, obtain the cookies. Yes. Words. Daylight saving time has still fucked me up.
Cookies for you, cookies for me, cookies for everybody.
Not quite yet. They are made fresh, never frozen, they're made in small batches. You cannot find them in stores. You can only find them at FredHeBakes.com. That is 3 words, FredHeBakes.com. And use coupon code KIACookies for 20% off your entire order. FredHeBakes.com, coupon code KIACookies. Treat yourself, you deserve it.
That thing I said earlier.
That thing you said earlier.
That's the episode.
All right. McConaughey. All right, RWBY. Volume 8, Chapter 13, Worthy.
Okay, so it's not just
you!
It's not
hearing him going, you can't just be deserving, you have to be worthy! Like, I don't do a very good Chris Sabat on good days.
Alright.
Is this a good day? We don't know yet. Alright, click. Warning, flashing lights.
Oh
boy.
Another one. Again, good on them for doing the content.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I can never get the volume where I want it because I feel like it's too loud, but then I worry if I turn it down too much, the volume from this is what gets on the camera. So it's just... That's why the 1 week where Verve didn't have it and we had to record off the laptop, which has the speakers in the front on the bottom part, trying to get that working was just...
Oh no, that's gonna be a problem for you editing. Sorry, Katie.
Okay.
Every time there's a glitch...
Every time something freaks out, my editing work just exponentially rises. And I'm just like,
If there's a glitch while we're... Like, it's one thing if, like, while recording footage, if that, like... if there's a problem there. But if something happens while we're watching the episode, it's just like, that makes syncing issues. So,
it's just one of those like, okay.
Bye, Cinder. Maybe? We don't know.
Admittedly, Hazel was in these Some People Will Never Die montage. I'm like, that's not true. Unless he is actually still alive in there somewhere, question mark.
And then, yeah.
I dislike all of this. It's this episode and next. There's still enough time to fuck us up.
That Penny's a real girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she was always a real girl, but it's different now.
What do we do now?
Peace.
Stick to the plan.
How? Without the CCT, there's no way we can tell all of Atlas to just step into a bunch of freaky magic doors.
But there is. We use the portals ourselves and spread the word on foot.
Are we positive these things work?
Oh, hey.
That was incredible.
Not usually a big fan of the motion sickness gag, but I can appreciate that.
Okay, we can do this. Nora and I will get people through the gates. Everyone else, keep to your roles. Remember, the evacuation is priority 1, no matter what else happens. You sure you won't need more help?
Shade is armed to the teeth with huntsmen and huntresses. But we're about to throw a kingdom's worth of negativity on their doorstep. If anyone will need help, it's them.
Aww. Whee! And away!
What is it?
That's incredible.
Everyone!
That feels like a red versus blue joke.
It is.
Rocks through it.
Gonna need your attention.
Yo. Aww. That's so cool.
Hey!
Keep moving, come on!
That's it! Ooh, watch your step!
No pushing! Figured you wouldn't let us down!
Aww.
Need more people by now. Our job is getting Penny and the staff to evacuate. Until then, we have to trust the others. I'm sure they can handle it.
We should end up just outside the city limits of Vacuum. Enough space for refugees, but still within range of communication. All right, I'll focus on masking emotions for as long as I can. Call for help as soon as we cross.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Oh.
Where's the city? It has to be here somewhere!
Guys,
Yeah, sounds like Vacuo.
sandstorm isn't just killing visibility. Where are we?
Welcome to Vacuo.
Head down and follow everyone else to the exit.
I love her.
No.
Oh,
Come
boy.
on.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Oh, Penny. Boy, she's here to cause problems on purpose.
Oh my gosh, she just knocked a couple civilians into whatever happens to you.
Friend Oscar was right. But the easy part ends here. How'd you know about that?
Neapolitan, was it? Now isn't the time to hold grudges.
No. She's right to be angry. I know I haven't upheld my end of the bargain. I'm sorry. I will get you Ruby Rose today. But to do that, I need to ask the lamp a question.
Oh, shit.
Last one.
Yeah. Oh, sure!
Amazing.
That's how the hat works!
Amazing.
Jin,
You have a question for me?
I do. What have Ruby and her teammates planned?
Oh, damn.
He's so worried about keeping the vault closed that he never considered using what's inside. The Staff of Creation.
Maybe we could use it to save Penny and get everyone in Atlas and Mantle.
Oh, this isn't great. Oh!
Past the evac procedure, you'll walk through the portal at the CCT center. And when we're done in the vault, we'll take Penny and the staff.
You tore this kingdom apart with nothing but your intellect. How about we finish what you started?
Knew it was Watts.
Figured he interrupted the broadcast, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, shit!
Oh, believe me, this is everything I've ever wanted.
Did they kill Bill?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh, poor Velvet.
Is Bill dead now?
You deserve this, Arthur. We'll be back.
What an interesting way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Everyone can see you. Oh, citizens of Atlas, Mantle. We have to tell you this.
Make you look like even more of an asshole.
Is falling, but
Oh! Shit, Bill is dead.
They're using the staff? Are they crazy? They'll destroy the kingdom! What do you think a kingdom is? The people? Or just the chunk of land they live on?
Either way, it's over now. Ironwood's down.
Notice that is what made him drop.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The payload.
Self-destructing. And he's down. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Shit. Uh-oh. Harriet and Vine got away.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Well,
no.
so you're awake finally. Atlas is falling under your watch. How does it feel, James?
They've got the staff.
That's right. You lose. We both lose.
Oh, no! No, 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 no! Shit. Oh, no.
This is where we get the
So
question
much.
as to whether he doubles down or switches
He's
over.
gonna double down.
You're going to open mine too, right?
You don't want that, Jacques.
I mean, yes.
Sure thing.
Is he alive? Oh, doesn't look like it. Oh my god! Holy shit!
Oh, wow.
I knew your plan would be bold, but I never could have predicted all of this. At least not without a little help from Jay. I suppose I have all of you to thank for one last lesson.
And there's
Neo.
Sometimes, if you want to win, you simply can't do it alone.
Yang Neo rematch! Ah, fuck.
Oh, no!
Ah, shit! Come on.
Come on, girl. No!
That's some amazing Spider-Man bullshit.
Oh, jeez.
Penny? Penny? Anyone? Oh,
What
no.
was that? No, Penny.
Oh no!
Guys. Oh boy.
Why do you have to come back? Penny, no! Why didn't you just learn your lesson?
Maiden ball!
Oh, Penny. I did.
Oh shit. I love that she uses the glyphs to skate, basically.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you, Weiss.
Oh shit. Oh no!
Oh no. There are no good choices right now. There just aren't.
This is heavy duty, Doc.
Fine. Glad someone made it. Watch for a tail. I need to make sure this thing's still armed.
He's gonna fight her.
Yes! Yes! Thank you!
I'm no longer certain this is the most logical course of action.
You really want to do this, Nicky?
No, I don't. Harriet, the General is no longer in charge. Ruby and the others have used the staff. Atlas is falling. But its people will be safe. Unless you...
It's the principal, Vine! It's about
Is it?
loyalty. Clover understood that. Clover would see this through!
Would he?
Perhaps Clover was wrong too.
Don't you dare! Clover was... He was...
Important to you.
Oh.
Harriet, you are not the only one.
Oh no.
Oh
No!
Oh, okay.
Oh, our poor neighbors. I'm sorry.
Man. Oh man.
What are you doing, man? That was cool.
Looks like you're getting that fight after all.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. You son of a bitch. Now what? Oh no.
I repeat, is anybody receiving these messages?
Oh, God.
Can anyone report status on the evacuation?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It's Ironwood.
James, no.
Move!
No.
I chased a lot of shadows over the years, always expecting betrayal. But never once did I think it would ever come from you.
Oh my god.
I know what's best for Alice, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that staff. So, consider this my last order. Step aside.
I've never wavered in fighting the enemies of this kingdom. And I won't start now.
Woo!
Ah! Jesus.
Right, so I hate all of this. Oh,
no.
man.
Where's Penny? Couldn't she deal with the storm?
Wait, Penny should have been here by now. Something's wrong.
One-way trip.
Why can't I?
Oh dear. Ambrosius.
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side and leave on the other side. The one-way ticket to Vacuo. One-way ticket to Vacuo. One-way ticket to
I
Vacuo.
can't go back. The portal won't let us.
Show me those crazy-ass camel, Grim. Come on. Nope, no camels, just bats. Oh, that's better. Oh, no! Oh, jeez! And that's where we end the episode? Wow! Oh, man! Woof!
I'm very upset.
Oh. Still dying a little bit that the concept did not include handrails.
Jacques got murdered by Ironwood. Yang fell. A lot of random citizens fell.
Even more got picked. This is full like Mandalorian season 1 shit of just things in the sandstorm picking people out. Oh my god.
Cinder.
Boy, this has all gone from just bad to so much worse. And yeah, just the full on, I'm here to cause problems on purpose.
We had too many nice things all at once.
I was kind of worrying, like, okay, so the volumes where we had the theme songs, where the theme songs have been talking about things going badly, usually those volumes end badly. Again, I'm thinking of a Beacon all over again. So, we're looking at this and going, You alright?
I guess the big question is whether falling means character death or not.
No.
I hope not. We like Yang. No.
See, that's the thing. I don't think it just said do not fall and
Yeah.
we saw it just kind of blip out. She's somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she like pops out in somewhere else, time and space. Who knows? Maybe
She's in the Grim Pool.
Oh no. Or maybe you just pop into another vault. Just like, oh, so this is where Oz kept the other relic. Neat.
The one person who could find her wherever she is Raven.
Ah. I was gonna say we can't even use Jin to answer the question of where is she or what happened to her. But yeah,
that was it. That was the last question.
You bring
But
up an excellent
the
point.
one person who can find her is Raven, and the one person who is going to be disinclined to do anything like that
is
world's worst mom.
Except if she happens to be next to Ty when this request of like, hey, can you use your power so we can find where Yang is? Ty would probably Ty would probably have some words about like her going, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
well, that's assuming it. That's assuming it still works. I assume it does.
she did say everyone gets one, but I think that's more of a personal philosophy than it is a limitation.
No. I mean, like, if would her semblance still work if Yang happens to be in a place outside of time and space? Like, what are the semblance limitations here?
Can you teleport into the TARDIS?
Yeah, pretty much. That sort of thing.
Jeez. Well, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get any answers to that until either the post-credits scene next episode or sometime next volume. My bet is post-credit scene if we have one. Just Yang and whoever else falls, because I would not be surprised if there are more going, where am I?
Oh, I hope everybody got evacuated before the payload goes off, because that's...
Jesus Christ. We did still see people going towards the portals.
Yeah. Ironwood Winter Fight, I hope she finds a way to escape and he goes down with the ship.
He's going down with the ship.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. He's not going to survive this. The question is whether...
Not anymore. I it was 50-50 last episode.
And now this episode, it's like,
nope.
There are so many people who woke up today and chose violence. Man!
Woo!
Yikes! Oh my god. I will say I appreciated Jean getting a fucking rock thrown at him.
Well, like I said, that was classic Red versus Blue.
Oh, yeah.
We tested the teleporter.
But we threw rocks through it!
Yeah, and they came out on the other side. Yeah, but they were covered in black stuff. Oh, that was delightful.
Classic. Yeah.
Choice.
Oh boy.
My god, I'm so upset. This is so upsetting. And Cinder, just the wheels turning when she's going through what happened and she
just
sees Emerald.
Just like, like, well, I know you're alive at least, but...
I was gonna say when she sees Mercury.
Why?
I don't know.
You started this
I'm
and
sorry.
It's contagious. And now we're all doing it.
But, no.
Oh man, I think we're all just... Okay, so we watched 3 things yesterday that just dropped all sorts of emotions on my head, and now we're at 4. I'm like, fuck! Ugh.
Let's take a break before we record anything else. Do you need a break? We'll take a break.
All right, now we're still in the middle of recording this. I'm just like... It's been a very emotional 36 hours in terms of my media going, here's the thing, and me going, thank you, why must you hurt me?
Going, okay.
For the record, for those keeping track, it was Attack on Titan final season episode 5, So I'm a Spider, So What episode 11, the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and now this, all within the space of about 36 hours. So it's like, oh, no. Just, no.
When,
Man, I've only got so many. I only have so much space for emotional turmoil, and Titan took up all of it, and then everyone else leaned in and went, can you do more? I'm like, oh.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's good for like media to challenge you and things like that,
yes, absolutely.
and to be a space for those types of emotions and that type of storytelling. But there are times where you do need to step away and go, I need a break. Like, I remember a couple of years ago when I was reading the first Game of Thrones book. That was when season 3 was airing, and in the same week we got the Red Wedding. And
I remember that.
The thing that happens in book 1. And so, like, I was sitting there, and, like, once I got to that part of the book, I was like, I think I need a break. And at, like, once I hit that point, I think the next couple books that I consumed were just, like, popcorn, trivial nonsense.
Trivial?
Frivolous. Oh my gosh. Like, that's how nonsensical they were. I didn't even use a real word to describe them. I combined trivial and frivolous and came up with trivial.
I'll take it. I like trivial. And we're both still wiped from daylight savings time changing over earlier this week, so it's just like...
I'm so embarrassed. But
it's amazing. It's amazing.
So yeah, if you need a break, that's fine. You want to indulge yourself in some trivial nonsense.
It's a trivial nonsense, girl. That's why I watch Game Grumps. There's no plot there.
Gosh.
I'm pretty sure there's an Overwatch Collegiate tournament today, and I might just turn that on and go, I don't know who's playing. I don't care. Oh, hey, look, it's Cowman.
I think that'll be nice. I think that'll be nice to just unwind.
And for those going, what the fuck? Cowman is a player's name at the collegiate level. It's not.
I think I'll go for a walk and watch a horror movie.
I think we're all just kind of like, what's our comfort food? Me, Overwatch tournaments. You, watching people get murdered.
I saw a tweet of like, you know how like that meme right now of like bitches be like, this film radiates comfort, and then this is the film. I saw one earlier for The Thing, and I'm like, but that film does radiate comfort.
There's something to be said for the comfort of the familiar.
Yes.
And that's why I haven't read a book in like 8 months, and that's a problem, because I have this whole big stack of new books that I need to read. It's on my bookshelf just out of frame, and I just haven't. I've been buying all these books. Use bookshop.org, might be .com, because it supports indie booksellers when you buy your books. But yeah, I've just been buying all these books and not reading them because it's like, but my emotions. So the fact that I'm actually still watching new things, and that I did 4 new things in this 36 hours, and I am just knackered now. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no,
They
same.
couldn't have done this without Watts. Ugh. Oh my god. If Cinder had actually fucking dropped him, they could not have done this without him. It wouldn't have worked, because he's the one who knows, literally, what buttons to push. Like, literally and figuratively.
I think
you open Ironwood's cell, but not Jacques. And hey, we left the weapons there for some ungodly reason, Winter. So
what I think is interesting is that with the exception of Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury, we get development for antagonists for this volume in the form of Cinder and Ironwood, to the point where we were asking ourselves whether or not they would ultimately redeem themselves for their past transgressions. And for Ironwood, it was a descent into villainy, but for finally finding
Cinder,
out why.
It was cool motive, still murder.
Yeah, finding out why Cinder ultimately is the way she is was fascinating. But getting that development made us go like, oh, are these characters going to turn over a new leaf? Like, can Ironwood pump the brakes on his descent, and can Cinder turn things around? And I think it's fascinating that this episode, obviously nothing's set in stone, but this episode basically went, no. They made their choice.
Well, and Harriet also leaning full well into it's what Clover would have wanted. It's what, again, she's running on rage. And this is why it's good to grieve and process your grief and give yourself some time.
They
and
were
I know
having
they haven't
a moment.
had time.
They had a moment where she started to cry, and he went to go comfort her, and then the ship got rammed.
And the thing is, Robin could not have known.
No!
That's what makes it, because it's like, she couldn't have known, and you can't assume that sort of thing will happen.
Character is having an emotional revelation.
You can't assume that there will be development for this character in the 11th hour. You can't make that assumption. You can't gamble with that many lives. And so she's doing her absolute best to try to save the people of Mantle so they have time to get out.
Yeah.
And it ruined that little emotional moment. And again, it's one of those, like, you couldn't have known.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I know there are some people who get real mad about Robin, like, oh, she ruined this, she did this. And I'm like, guys,
come on.
She doesn't have so much of the information that the audience has, and that a lot of other characters have. And this is a very good example of she has limited information that she's working on, and she's, on one side of the fourth wall, and the audience is on the other and knows what's happening. So that's just us going, oh, god damn it.
I don't know why people are like that, if I'm being honest.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah. But they,
which is a terrible thing to say, but people don't forgive female characters as easily as they forgive male characters. Like, it's a thing. And if you find yourself doing that, it's worth some self-examination.
It's going to be very interesting now, knowing that, like, Penny is currently fighting Cinder, and
In a brand new body and not doing super well.
Neo's fighting Ruby, which is good for Cinder because of Silver Eyes stuff. But yeah, Blake caught right there in the middle. No, it's Weiss and Cinder.
Yeah.
It's Weiss and Cinder and Penny. That fray. But yeah, Blake's caught right there in the middle. Is just like, who do I help? What can I do? And she just lost Yang, and it's just like
There are no good decisions. Like, no matter who you choose to help, if the other person gets hurt, you're going to be blaming yourself.
There's a telltale moment of hell Ruby, hell Penny.
Blake will remember this. Just like, there's no good way to do this. There's no good way to do this. And as much as I hate to say it, priority should be helping Penny, because if anyone gets a hold of that staff and tries to make something else...
Yeah, no. I think that's what's going to happen, and I think it's going to... I think that means that Ruby might also potentially go off the side, and, we're going to have a moment of, Weiss and Penny and Blake sitting there going, I made the wrong choice, and... Just no, you didn't. There was nothing.
And then coming out the other side, and there's fucking Batgrim.
I thought it was going to be something huge, Leviathan size.
Yeah, because again, you read the books, and it's let's mention large creatures. And it's oh, buddy.
Oh, if it had been a big crab Grim or
those fucking crabs. I'm still laughing at the fact that they have camel Grim over there. The worms aren't Grim. If I remember correctly from the book, the fucking graboids aren't Grim.
Oh yeah, are those things that just live there?
Yes! Vacuo has graboids, you guys! Yikes! Read the books, they're real good. They're real good.
Man, speaking of,
I hope you get more Team Coffee, and you get Coco, who is the only non-disaster lesbian of the bunch.
The bad thing is that with communications down because of the sandstorm, they can't
call
alert
for help.
And I don't think that there's any way that Shade Academy would know where this portal just is.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Or what was happening, because none of that got relayed. Thanks, SWATs, There's monster.
Well, they wouldn't have been able to relay it to... They wouldn't have been able to relay it to Shade anyway, because the only time they had global communications
was when the CCT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the other side of the doors,
Amity was up.
Yeah. On the other side of the doors, it's the sandstorm that's causing communication problems.
Yeah.
So that actually is not Watts' fault.
I'm gonna blame him.
Legit. I'm gonna say so much of this is absolutely Watts' fault, but that one singular thing is not.
Yay.
I need him to die.
Oh.
I'm at the point where
number one dad / number one dud cup. I hope...
It's oh boy. Because here's the thing, we saw Neo clobber someone with her umbrella, so if they're not all dead, there are a number of them that are unconscious.
Yeah.
And unless you have someone going through and checking all of these rooms to get people out, which, unless Winter not only takes out Ironwood, but manages to have the wherewithal to do that, that's not going to happen.
Nope.
These people are going down with the ship.
Yeah. That's upsetting.
Bad.
If the bill in that control room actually is William Scarlatina, Velvet's dad, then her dad's about to die if he's not dead already.
He's not already dead. I do really appreciate, just because we had this in the flashback, going from screaming and fire and then smashed up to people just slumped over their desks. That was awful, but extremely effective.
No, there was some really good stuff in this episode. Very effective filmmaking, just here to convey those very, very awful things.
Really well done, but also loud screaming.
Oh my god.
And just you ever think that Jin maybe didn't want to give that answer?
She didn't look like she was happy.
Micro expressions. Just that, what is she planning? Oh.
Yeah, no, she didn't look like she was too happy about that. Because she knows she probably knows how. She's smart. She can't see the future, but
talked to almost exclusively Ozpin, I would assume, for hundreds and hundreds of years. And then she talks to RWBY, and RWBY digs up the backstory, and then second time around just, I don't have a question for you. I just needed time. And I'm sure Jin's like, oh, I can't do this again for you, but I like that. And now it's like, oh, shit. Shit. Very sad.
This was good.
It was all going way too well.
Yeah.
This last episode went way too well for a season where the theme song is about bad things happening. Let's be real.
I like when we watch episodes like this for RWBY, where it's just like we have discussions and everything like that, but at the end of the day, like I have no words. This was good, and I'm very upset. And I love when an episode of RWBY can leave me like that. Of like, this was great. I'm so upset.
Like, this is incredible. Loud sobbing. Just the second he was like, do not fall. It's like, oh boy. Oh, buddy. Oh boy. So yeah, this is a very, very good episode of RWBY. Bad things happening to good people. And also bad people, but mostly good people. Jesus. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's some kind of fire. I think it might just be called Greek fire. It's green and it sticks to shit.
Oh, yeah.
That. Whatever Ironwood has built that he can plug guns into it and suddenly it's this just cannon.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's a Greek fire or if it's something else. Like, there's a name for it.
Yeah,
phosphorus, basically.
They use it in Game of Thrones, but they call it something else.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is slightly different, but same idea.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't go out with water and it sticks.
Yeah.
It's that, just seeing that go down and being like, oh, I hate this. Because I thought the whole sure I'll open your door is just like, oh, he'll break it too. I didn't realize that it was going to be smear on the pavement sort of scenario. Yikes. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Hey Whitley, guess what? You're CEO now.
I mean,
congratulations.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh man.
Whew. Things have been...
I wonder if a portal showed up at the Schnee Manor, or if they just let them know, like, hey, get here, go.
No idea. I assume that they know where to go to participate in the evacuation.
Yeah.
But
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well,
that's about the right summary. Just the full-on whole lot of people woke up this morning and chose violence. Just shit, son. Also, Crow is being a lot more open about just transforming in front of people.
It was really cool.
I think he's just kind of at the point of like, you know what, fuck it.
By the way, like that transition of like the bird coming, the cloud passing over, and then him like breaking through the windshield was so cool.
I appreciate Rooster Teeth going, how can we literally never animate this on screen? How can we literally never animate whatever the fuck this is on screen?
We don't want the Crow Animorphs transformation.
We don't. So every time it's, how can we hide this? Where can we put the camera so that some random object, it's...
Well, I think it's fun.
It's very Austin Powers.
So kudos to the storyboard artist. There were some really great shot compositions.
The borders on this are on fucking fire, man. About as much as Jacques is.
No, just this is a lot.
Yeah,
this is a lot.
We are gonna have so much to talk about when we do the Rooster Team Radio episode.
I feel like once a volume, there's an episode where we just go, well, that was a thing that happened. Last volume, it was when Clover died. The volume before that, it was the apathy. You know, things like that.
In which we all just sit here and go, shit.
Well, it's like, well, that was a thing that just happened. I think this is the episode of, well, that was a thing that just happened. Woo! We're...
It's very. I hesitate to say it's very Murphy's Law, because Murphy's is anything that can go wrong will go wrong and will go wrong at the worst possible moment. But generally, Murphy's Law is just cruel twist of fate. It's not orchestrated.
Yeah.
This was orchestrated.
This
is
would be
actively
Cinder's
malicious.
Law. Where anything that can go wrong will go wrong because she's
she
a
wants it
bitch.
to. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong because petty. That's also kind of Watts' Law.
Yeah. Watts' Law, Cinder's Law.
Are all of our villains just petty?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love that that's the unifying trait for the villains in this show. Just petty.
Because, like, I mean, Yang brought it up a couple episodes ago, like, oh, Salem, you're doing this because something bad happened to you one time.
Boo-hoo.
Boo, fuckity-hoo. And, you know, Cinder, as Watts pointed out, it's not enough for you to have suffered. That's not reason enough for you to, like, obtain the things you think you're entitled to.
She leveled up this episode.
She
and that's
did.
bad.
She did.
Apologizing to Neo, of all things. Like, have we ever heard her apologize?
I don't think so.
Like, not
unless
that
to
wasn't
Salem.
like, that. But to anyone else? No.
I don't think so. But yeah, so and you can hear it where it's like, this is so difficult.
What are these
for me.
words?
I'm sorry, Neapolitan. Ooh.
And Neo just like, I know how much that physically hurt you.
Okay. We can be on the same
We
team
can work
again.
with this. We can work with this.
Watts is definitely petty. He'll never admit about how petty his
Watts
motives
is
are.
the pettiest of bitches.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that he tore Cinder a new one a couple episodes ago, but at the end of the day, he's the most petty of all of them.
Oh, yeah. And just the whole, we'll come back for you. I'm like, no, she won't. No, she won't.
You deserve this, Arthur. Bye.
Yeah, she won't come back for him.
Do you think he's planning for that? Do you
I
think
don't
he's
know.
like maybe setting aside a ship for him to fly away and watch the fireworks?
I feel like he'd be foolish if he weren't, but I honestly do think he's going to go down with the ship. And whether that includes Ironwood showing up and just making him a smear on the pavement.
Oh, but hey, based on this episode, your prediction about Maria dangling him over the side may in fact come true, because how many
honestly
people
do
are
think-
not in transit at the moment?
I honestly do think that Maria and Pietro are on their own
Maybe, yeah.
until the next time we see them. Like they exited this volume
We haven't
with the
seen
stadium.
We haven't seen them since Penny fell, so yeah, we don't know.
I'm pretty sure they have a ship on board that I don't remember. I feel like they do.
They did. They had a way of getting to and from. But yeah, where they've been since then, that's a big old question mark.
And I mean, there's been Grimm in the sky. There's been, the military
There's
shooting
been
down
stuff.
ships. There's been shit. It's just been going down. So it's one of those, like, what decision are they going to make with the limited information they have? Because whether or not they saw the ultimatum broadcast is also a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Were they close enough that they were still able to have communications for that, or were they too far away?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I would love for this volume to continue the trend of Maria showing up and saving the day.
Maria out here like, what would you do without me?
Pretty much.
Also, I miss her, and it's been too long.
Yeah.
She's perfect.
She's
We
wonderful.
miss her.
But yeah, I don't know, as far as like the rest of the fight inside the pathway is gonna go. I have no idea.
I'm expecting
I hope
it to go.
Penny and Ruby can swap.
I am expecting it to go about as badly as it possibly can.
Ooh.
Honestly. I am expecting it to be that bad. Whew. We'll see. Let's see. We have two hostiles, but we have an extremely split team.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what'll happen when Nora comes back into the fray. Because as far as we know right now, she's through one of the doors trying to get people evacuating.
Yeah.
So I wonder what will happen when she pops back in. Because I don't think that's it might be enough to swing the fight one way or another. Because
It
she's agile
certainly
and
couldn't
she's
hurt.
yeah, she's agile and she's a heavy hitter.
Oh, but that means she and Ren are currently separated at the moment because
he's in
can't-
Vacuo
yeah.
and they can't come back.
They can't
'cause
come back.
Fucking
And he's
Ambrosius the
bored.
literalist.
His aura just broke. Ugh, that's not great.
And there's bats everywhere.
the yeah, so it's
Giant grim bats because fuck humanity, I guess. Another horror movie. Just giant bats. Just giant bats.
I'd watch that. But anyway,
Again, extremely season 1 Mandalorian.
but yeah, I've got very little, like, I have thoughts and everything like that, but I have very little, like, I can't
We're a
I
little
can't
spent.
articulate.
We're
that.
a little spent. There's so many emotions.
Do we
So
want to
many.
wrap it up?
Sure.
I'm
I assume
sorry.
you do.
I
And you
just-
continually say, I'm
like,
done, I'm done, I'm
Literally,
done.
I
assume you're
can't
done.
articulate any of my feelings.
It's just...
Yeah, I want to go for a walk. I think I'm gonna go. Okay. But yeah, I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin. I have a Lost retrospective podcast called No Love Lost, where my co-host Will Link loves Lost, and I don't. We talk about it. We also do Silver Screams, where the two of us talk about horror things, like Willy's Wonderland.
And Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So that's where that is.
Go
See,
check
we
those out.
introduce ourselves at the end.
Yay.
Yay! Oh, you are Dunzo, aren't you?
I'm over here. It's fine.
I'm Katie. You can follow me on the social medias and on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I am also on a podcast called On the Point. It is an Overwatch and Overwatch League podcast. We're currently off right now because we're in the off season, but the season comes back. There we go. Let's get some subject-verb agreement in here. The season comes back on April 16th, and we will most likely be back before then because, guys, so much shit happened in the off season. Oh my god. Yes. If you want to hear us and also our wonderful co-host talk more about this episode after we've had a little bit of time to process and watch it more than once, check out Rooster Team Radio. It is on Anchor. It is on all of your podcast devices, podcast networks. There we go. Distributors. Podcast distributors.
I say podcast app of choice.
That's true. Of choice, yes. And there's a Discord if you want to just come and chat about things and scream your face off like we all do. It's a good time. Yes. Join that, listen to that. Super fun. If you like this, if you want to support us, do not feel obligated. We have day jobs, we're working, we're doing just fine, so please don't feel obligated. But if you do, there is a Patreon. It gets you all of our Rooster Teeth related stuff early. There is a Ko-fi if you want to throw a couple bucks our way. We take commissions, not requests, commissions. And supporting our sponsor supports us, so head to fredhebakes.com and use coupon code KIACookies for 20% off your entire order. All that information's in the description below, along with all those buttons that you should hit to tell the algorithm, yes, good, more, please. And yes, as always, we end with the important things. Wear a mask. We're still in a pangolin. We're still in. Have you not seen that meme where people don't say pandemic and instead they replace it with another multiple syllable P word?
No.
Pangolin has been my favorite so far.
I have no room to judge. I made up a word earlier.
You did! It's great. We're still in a pangolin. We're still in a pan fry. We're still... Guys, wear a fucking mask when you go outside. I don't care how far it is. I don't care how long you plan on being outside. It's kind to other people. It's compassionate to other people. It protects other people. And you can get the cutest fucking masks now. You can make it fashion. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated. Don't jump in line. Don't jump in line.
If you are eligible,
when you are
get
eligible, get vaccinated. Get it. Do it. Good. Yes. Yes. Be kind to your essential workers. They don't get to stay at home. And they are dealing with all sorts of people who have decided that kindness is not a priority. So be kind, be patient, remember to socially distance, care, give a shit, basic human compassion. Same goes for your postal workers. The post office is still suffering from shenanigans. So be patient, be kind to your postal workers, support the post office, all of that. Black Lives Matter, Black LGBTQIA Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, AAPI Lives Matter. This isn't going to change, guys. Know it, learn it, love it. It's not going to change. Pardon me. Fucking sinuses, I swear to God.
Mine are just congestion.
You're
from
just
tears.
crying. Yes. Vote in your local elections. Get involved in your local politics. Because if you make the changes you want on the local level, shit tends to actually trickle up. And people get experience on the local level, and you're like, I like what they did locally. Let's send them to state. Let's send them to federal. And then suddenly the person you voted for becomes vice president, and it's kind of awesome. So, yes, vote in your local elections. Even if you think it's something that doesn't really concern you, like the school board, if you are eligible to vote, vote in your elections. Check your voter registration. People are doing dumb shit. Check your voter registration. And contact your representatives. If you like what they're doing, tell them that. Be specific. If you don't like what they're doing, tell them that. Be specific. And then tell them what you want them to do instead. They are supposed to represent you. That is their job. So make sure that they know what you want. And if you don't want to call them, if you don't like the phone, that's legit, that's valid. Text, fax, if you still have a fax machine, if that's your speed, definitely do it. Emails, all that is valid. Just let them know. Tell them how to do their jobs. Tell them what you want them to vote for, because that's important. Yes. Black Lives Matter. AAPI Lives Matter. Just going to reinstate that. We're with you guys. We love you. Take care of each other. 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 There's a light at the end of the tunnel for this pangolin, you guys.
So
just
close.
stay the course. Take care of each other. Remember that we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye. Is it too early to start drinking?
Damn, no it's not.
Drinks all around.